out suckers and busters. Bouncing the bouncers, rushing the ushers. I'm prowling, growling with hunger, putting up numbers, big game hunter. The upper hand, no tricks up my sleeves. No jokes when I flex, they freeze. Charged up, ready to run through, like a bulldozer, nowhere to run to. It's the blockbuster. It's the blockbuster. It's the blockbuster. It's the blockbuster.
Mike Angus, we are back with another Progress Wrestling hype show. How you doing, my friend? I can see that you're in the festive mood already.
It's nearly Christmas, Johners. And what are you looking forward to unboxing, my friend?
Oh, wow. Obviously, the usual, socks, pants, slippers. I think, what the presents of a guy of my age tends to get most years. And maybe the typical Lynx gift set, of course. But what about yourself?
That's what I was going to guess. I thought that one of them Lynx gift sets was on its way to you. What about a Toblerone, Jonas? Do you not get a Toblerone?
Well, the thing is, Mike, I've been on a diet since about August. I've got to look after this figure. This six-pack isn't going to look after itself. But there we go.
We'll get you some protein.
We're not here to talk about my six-pack, Mike, or what I'll be unboxing on the 25th of December. But we are going to be talking about unboxing 7, the curtain call from the Electric Ballroom, the spiritual home of Progress Wrestling. And here we go. Here's all the details. Sunday, December the 29th, 3 p.m. kickoff. Unboxing 7, the curtain call, and of course the 7th edition of unboxing. And when you think of unboxing, obviously there's no matches been planned for unboxing. What are we going to talk about, Mike? What are we going to talk about for the next 45 minutes or so? But usually it's the most fun, raucous show on the Progress calendar, because of course you don't know what you're going to see. You don't know who's going to appear through the curtain. You don't know what entrance music you're going to hit from behind the curtain, and you don't know what matchups you're going to see. But you have to be there. You have to be there live. Just go to progresswrestling.com/tickets, and all the ticket information is there for Unboxing 7, the curtain call. But Mike, a pleasure to be doing one of these with you once again. And this is our final hype show of the year of 2024. And I can see that you're clearly in the festive mood. We're going to be talking about so much. We're going to be talking about the last show that happened at the Electric Ballroom, Vendetta 2, of course. And we're going to be looking ahead to what's on store, what's on store on the Progress calendar, and what's already on sale at progresswrestling.com for 2025. But it's been a fantastic year. 2024 has been a stellar year for Progress, Mike.
Yeah, it's been absolutely epic, Jonas. We've had an amazing year, and just a huge thank you to our fans who've supported us so much. We've had a great time. There's some very special moments occurred, and there's so much to look forward to next year, as you mentioned, Jonas. But unboxing, as you've said, it's just it can be the most chaotic show. It can be the most crazy, and you just never know who's going to be behind the curtain. We've already had surprises unveiled this week, and one thing we definitely do know about, Jonas, that I'm sure you're going to mention later on, is that Vikingo will finally make his Progress debut, and we will be having a meet and greet with Vikingo at 1 o'clock on the 29th of December. So make sure you treat yourself to the tickets for that, because that is going to be epic, and cannot wait to see Vikingo in action at the Electric Ballroom. That's just going to be something special, and excited to find out who Vikingo's opponents will be. But I've seen Vikingo wrestle before, and this is a very, very talented wrestler and someone who's very special. So excited for that one, especially, Jonas. So
yeah, totally. And we're going to talk more about unboxing. We're going to talk about unboxings of the past as well, and look at some of the highlights of unboxing over the last 7 years. But sticking with 2024, like I said, this is the last hype show of 2024. And Unboxing 7, the curtain call, will be the last show from Progress Wrestling for 2024. But have you got any highlights, any kind of fond memories? What are some of your favourite moments or matches or appearances from 2024 in the Progress ring, Mike?
Yes, there's been some really special moments. Some of my favourites, Mustafa Ali appeared in January last year. That was a special one. Shelton Benjamin being involved in Super Strong Style. Obviously, Luke Jacobs has just run rough shot as the champion throughout the tail end of the year. We've had so many special moments. One that really sticks in mind is Simon Miller winning the Proteus Championship. That was absolutely epic. And we've got so much stuff to look forward to that's happening at the moment. I've been really intrigued by the Tate Mayfair's Eddie Dennis sort of tag team that they've formed. So who knows, will they be at Unboxing? The Gene Money family, with little nephew Will Cruz and Session Moff Martina.
The number one nephew, Mike. Awesome. The number one nephew.
The number one nephew. Yeah, exactly. So will they be there? There's anything could happen on Unboxing. Hammerstone last year for Love of Wrestling. Hammerstone of Progress. That was amazing. And obviously just heard that Hammerstone's going to have surgery. So wishing all the best to Hammerstone. Hopefully see him back at Progress at some point next year, hopefully. But amazing stuff. So Unboxing, John, anything can happen.
Absolutely. And some highlights of 2024 from a Progress ring for me. Certainly when Kid Lycos won the Men's World Championship at Twisted Metal, that epic steel cage match when he dethroned long reigning champion Spike Trivet, ended his reign of tyranny, of course, back in February. And on the very same show, there was a title change when the cheeky little buggers, Alexis Falcon and Charles Crowley, they became the Progress World Tag Team Champions. That was very, very memorable. And of course, we have to acknowledge Rio, whose impressive Women's World Championship reign continues throughout the entirety of 2024 and into 2025. She's defended it all over the world and more recently over in the States. And I think it's extended well over 420 days as of this recording. But congratulations to Rio, and long may her reign continue. But I'm sure there's going to be many more challenges, and we'll talk about some of her challenges later on during this hype show. But continued success to Rio in over 420 days. But yes, let's talk a bit about Unboxing. And we've got some highlight clips scattered throughout this hype show, Mike. And let's play one for you now, just to give you a little bit of a taste, to give you a little bit of a flavour about what Unboxing is all about. Here are some highlights from Unboxing of the past. Here we go. Let's have a little look.
Of Pete. Oh, and a rolling kick by Pete Dunnett's Bizarro World here at Unboxing. Peter Driver 97. Tyler's End. Oh, Spike DDT. Tay is ready. Wait, is it? Come on! Yes! Come on, Miller! Oh yes! Let's go! Yes! Let's go! I don't think that's full of... Oh, my God.
Mike, some fantastic memories, some fantastic highlights from Unboxing shows from the last 6 or 7 years in a Progress ring. And as scrolling along the bottom of the screen, that's where you can get your tickets for Unboxing 7, The Curtain Call, Sunday the 27th of December from the Electric Ballroom, 3 p.m. Just go to progresswrestling.com/tickets where you can get your tickets for Unboxing and all the various surprises that will be unveiled from the spiritual home of Progress, and tickets available for so many more shows. We'll be talking about those a bit later on, but scrolling along the bottom of the screen are all the details. And I'm sure in the description to this very show, there's going to be a link that will take you straight there anyway. But some characters that we're very familiar with that have some words about Unboxing. There's nothing quite like the festive period and having a surprise G-Money getting unboxed in front of you. Well, I'm not sure we want to go to them sort of levels, Gene. But also Warren Banks, a Progress faithful favourite, of course. Being a surprise to the crowd and your fellow wrestlers is a feeling that's hard to beat. Unboxing is always a special one, and some fantastic memories there from years gone by in a Progress ring and previous unboxing shows. And that's just it. You don't know who's going to come through the curtain. You don't know what matchups you're going to see. You don't know what wrestlers, whether they're familiar to a Progress fan or not, might be coming out on the day. You could have anybody from all over the world. But Mike, we're looking forward to it indeed. But should we talk about Vendetta 2, which was the most recent show from Progress at the Electric Ballroom, of course. And of course, here are some of the highlights. And of course, we had Jerry Bakewell, who's becoming a regular host at the Electric Ballroom, and some matches to talk about. Of course, we have man like DeReiss versus Ethan Allen. This will be Ethan Allen's first singles match in a Progress ring for quite a while, having recently just returned from injury, and a fantastic return. And man like DeReiss has been on fire, as he always is in a Progress ring in 2024. We also saw Emerson Jane versus Lana Austin, and lots of things, lots of talking points, and of course a certain fan just having a casual pint in amongst the Progress faithful. Oh no! It's Rain Leverkusen, of course, and a fantastic match there. Lots to talk about. And, of course, Lana Austin, none too pleased with the outcome. And, of course, Rain Leverkusen, with the price of pints in London, Lana's lucky that she didn't put her in the ground for spilling her beer. But a couple of highlights there from Vendetta 2 that happened last month, Mike.
Ethan Allen and DeReiss was chaos, John, as they fought out into the crowd and, ending in a double count out. Rain Leverkusen getting involved in that one. Great to see Rain involved there. But Lana Austin was not very happy at all. But her entrance was absolutely spectacular that day. Simply the best. Lana Austin making her way to the ring on that one. And, great to see Rain involved. But as you said, from boxing, John was there with some of them clips as well. Great to see Drew Parker back in action there in a Progress ring against Chris Brooks. And that amazing moment with Tate Mayfair's getting speared by an elf, Simon Miller. That is the sort of thing that I like to see occur in an unboxing. So, we've got all that to look forward to. But you never know who could appear at unboxing. It could be time for debuts. We've got people like Critchy, who's been doing amazing at TNT and has been at Progress a couple of times. Tommy Tanner was at Progress last show. There's people all around the country who are just desperate to get a chance to show what they can do at the Electric Ballroom, and any of them could get an opportunity on the 29th. So that'll be amazing to see. Who knows, Jonas, as well? Mr. England himself, Nathan Angel, has been out in Thailand at the moment, but he should be back in the UK. Unboxing time, you just never know. We might unbox one of the Mr. International stars of the world. So excellent, very exciting times.
Absolutely. And at Vendetta 2, we also saw Simon Miller defend his Progress Proteus title against not just one, not just two, but three opponents, all from the same family, believe it or not. G Money, Seshamoth Martina, and Will Cruz was Simon Miller's opponents at Vendetta 2. Here are some pictures. And the number one nephew, of course, Will Cruz, never looking happier as he did there, surrounded by his auntie and uncle, maybe, but I don't think it quite went to plan there, to be honest with you. Will Cruz, in his own words, I let myself down. More importantly, I let my family down. I will be better and prove that I really am the number one nephew. And Mothika! And yeah, well, that's bloody ruined Christmas, hasn't it, Gene Money? So lots of fun was had there. Simon Miller, you will be happy to know, is still the Proteus champion. Of course, we had
it wasn't fun for Gene at all. He gifted Martina the chance to roll Simon up and pick up that big victory, becoming the first women's Proteus champion. And when he looked away to celebrate the win, he counted down that 3 count, but it wasn't Mothika who took the pin. It was It was Miller time, baby.
Oh dear me. We also saw Trent Seven make his long-awaited return to a Progress ring, going up against Ricky Knight Jr., one of the standout performers of 2024 in Progress. And he's well on his way to, of course, a former Atlas champion, but he's well on his way to bigger things in a Progress ring, as we all know. Trent Seven looking delighted to be back in, I'm sure, one of his favorite venues ever. The Electric Ballroom, of course. And I'm sure you can imagine, even before this match started, that with the two of these being hard-hitting competitors, two of the very best wrestlers in the world, that they were going to put on a display of hard-hitting wrestling, of course. And that's exactly what we got, with Trent Seven saying after the match, RKJ is on a rip at the moment, and falling just short is no failure in my eyes. The Trent Seven army rolls on, and the target remains Operation Black Swan. I think we can all guess what he's referring to there. We'll talk about that match in a minute. We'll also talk about this one here, Nina Samuels versus Kanji. Of course, Nina Samuels has had a tremendous 2024, and we've always seen a resurgence of Kanji in 2024, certainly in a Progress ring. She seems to have a lot more fire, a lot more fight, and a lot more determination about her. But Nina Samuels victorious on the day. She was ferocious. I think we're seeing a more ferocious, a more vicious, a more serious side of Nina Samuels in 2024, especially in a Progress ring. Looks like Kanji is going to have to dust herself off, pick herself up, and get back to where she was as a former two-time Progress Women's World Champion. Of course, Nina gunning for her first Progress Women's World Championship, one of the very few that she hasn't been able to have around her waist in 2024, Mike.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to anger Kanji, that's for sure. And I think Nina's done just that. So it'll be interesting to see if those two end up in the ring together at Unboxing. But that RKJ versus Trent Seven match was an absolute masterclass, John. It was a really brilliant match, and that'd be one I'd recommend you go back to Triller, go back to Demand Progress Plus, and check that one out. Look at that, he's hit him so hard, Trent's almost turned into the Grinch on that last photo, crikey. But absolutely brilliant, and both guys had it all in the ring. That is, but Trent showed exactly just how tough he is as well in that one, because RKJ is one of the toughest around, and they went toe-to-toe, and it was absolutely brilliant. And, it was Trent just showed exactly how good he can be in that one as well. So that was really something special. I'd go back and check that
Black
out.
Swan, Mike? Operation Black Swan? What can he be referring to there? We
can guess what he's referring to then, who he's got a target on, and that'll be really interesting if those two get to face off. Obviously, some of our roster have been over in America very recently, John, as well. And another Black Swan he's referring to had a couple of amazing matches over there, including one with Mustafa Ali, we just mentioned earlier. So, excellent stuff. And they're also, well, exactly, yeah, and available to watch on Demand Progress Plus and Triller. So make sure to check those shows out over in the States as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's talk about a couple of other matches that took place at Vendetta 2 last month. Sanity, former Progress World Tag Team Champions, took on Subculture, who made their return as a team at this show. Two of the very best teams in the world. You talk about Subculture, former TNA Impact World Tag Team Champions. And Sanity, they've been there. They've been to the top of the mountain, certainly with WWE, NXT, and Progress. For the very finest wrestlers, but in the same ring, two of the very best tag teams in the world. You see Flash Morgan doing what Flash Morgan does the best there. But Big Damo, he doesn't take any messing, does he really? And Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan. When you've got Sanity, Axel and Damo with the bit between their teeth, and let's be honest, they are pissed off at the moment. They're pissed off with Sunshine Machine. They're pissed off with what's happening. They're pissed off having just lost their World Tag Team titles. You wouldn't want to be Subculture when you've got an angry Damo and an angry Axel in front of you looking to tear you limb from limb.
Definitely not, Jonathan, as well. I wouldn't want to be Sunshine Machine if I run into Sanity at all, to be honest, because although, Chuck has apologised for his mistake, it's, I think they're still absolutely raging. And there is going to be problems. There is going to be fireworks when those guys run into each other. And Subculture, absolutely amazing. Two greatly talented individuals. I remember the first time I ever saw Mandrews and was just so impressed. And Flash Morgan Webster, absolutely just, these guys showed why they're world-class stars in that matchup. And it was just great to see them all in action at the ballroom. And, it was Sanity who came away with the victory on that occasion. And, Smoking Aces have got targets on their backs as well, Jonas. Don't you forget about that. Oh, Who knows who's going to be there at unboxing? All of these teams we've mentioned could all be there. Who knows? Anything could happen.
Absolutely. Before we talk about the main event that happened at Vendetta 2, you may have seen, but I've got a little glimpse of Rain Leverkusen and the promo that she dropped, that she recorded especially for Progress fans backstage. Well, it was outside in very stormy conditions at the Electric Ballroom. Let's hear what Rain had to say following her appearance and having her pint rudely interrupted by Lana Austin. Here we go.
I couldn't just sit there and watch Emerson Jane get battered with a chair. That is not how I play. Had to step in and do something. Looks like there's a storm coming to Progress. I think it's about time that Rain Leverkusen had a little chat with management.
And maybe Rain Leverkusen could be stepping through that curtain at Unboxing 7, the curtain call in just a few days' time, December the 29th, the final show of the year for Progress. And you could be there to witness whether Rain comes through the curtain or whoever. We could be seeing Sanity on a tear, wanting to get their hands on Sunshine Machine, or maybe the Smoking Aces. But you need to be there. Get your tickets, progresswrestling.com/tickets, where you can get your tickets or tickets for Unboxing 7, the curtain call, the final show for Progress for 2024. But Rain's not one to be messed with, especially when you go around spilling her pint. But let's talk about what happened to cap off Vendetta 4 last month. And of course, it was for the Progress Men's World Championship. Mike, Luke Jacobs, who's been an absolutely dominant and terrifying men's world champion in Progress. We spoke about Spike's reign of terror earlier. I think Luke Jacobs has surpassed anything that we've seen in 2024 when he went up against Leon Slater, the youngest in charge. And this was fantastic. And I've got to say, Luke Jacobs looking in the best shape of his life. What a combination with his fierce offense and fantastic physique. And Leon Slater has been on a tear across the UK, across the States, but it wasn't his opportunity. It wasn't his turn. It wasn't his luck this time around in the Electric Ballroom. But Leon Slater has no reason to apologise, has no reason to say sorry. But Luke Jacobs, alongside Ethan Allen there, Luke Jacobs still your Progress Men's World Champion as we head into Unboxing 7 and as we head towards 2025, Mike.
Yeah, both those guys are just on an absolute wave, riding the wave. They're just getting better and better and better every time I see them in the ring. And as you said about Luke's physique and Leon's physique, both working hard in the gym. And I've got to be honest, I've ring announced for both these guys before. I've seen a lot of their matches. I would say that matchup that they had at the Electric Ballroom at Vendetta 2 was the best matchup I've seen each of them have. Both were absolutely brilliant. And Leon was so close at the end after hitting that 450 swanton. I thought that the title had changed hands, and so did Darius, who was ringside. He'd managed to beat off Ethan Allen, who was about the place. He'd got rid of him. And then, Darius was there ringside, buzzing about the massive victory. His mate was just about to pick up. And then Luke used his knowledge of the ring and his whereabouts and managed to roll up Leon. And it was so close. But I cannot wait. I hope at some point those guys get back in the ring together, because it was absolutely astonishing. And we hear about people giving 5 stars, 6 stars. That matchup was one of the best matches of the year, easily, in any wrestling promotion on the planet.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me ask you about Luke Jacobs, because I've seen his rise from a very young age for the last 3 or 4 years now, Mike, and he has been an absolute beast. He's been a monster. He's been devastating. He's stepped it up when he needed to step it up to win the World Championship. He did. When he needed to step up to continue his reign and to continue being the men's world champion, he has done. But he stepped it up to a level that I've never expected him to. And he's just frightening in the ring. He's frightening, and his reign has taken him over to America recently, where he successfully defended the Progress World Championship over in America. But who's going to stop him? Who could possibly stand in his path? And when I bring up this picture again, he's confident. He knows he's the best in the world at the moment. He knows that he's untouchable. Who's going to pose a serious challenge to his championship, Mike? That's my question to you.
Well, at the moment, he is the man. He is the measuring stick in Progress Wrestling, and there's not many who could step up to him. But there are people who could appear at unboxing, people we might not have seen in a Progress ring for a little while, who could make an appearance at unboxing. They could take on Luke. They could step up, Jonas. But there's people who I've got in mind who I think in the UK are ready to take that opportunity. But it's wherever we get to see them. Will they be there? Will we ever see? Let's throw out some names. Who could we see? Will we ever see Spike Trevay back at the Ballroom? Wow. Will we see Crowley, just newly crowned Reeks champion over in France? Could we see Charles Crowley back at the Ballroom? There's so many different people who we could see there. Axel Tisha, the Atlas champion, could step up and fancy a go at the championship. Anything could happen on unboxing, Jonas. And I don't want to say too much and spoil it, but you just never know who could be there. Anybody.
I'll tell you who I think has been one of the most unluckiest wrestlers on a Progress roster in 2024, and that's Malak Darius. And I know he's had his shot. I'd love to see him get one more. I'd love to see him get one more, Mike. And who knows? Anything could happen at unboxing. Anything. Anybody could step through that curtain. If Luke Jacobs is there, I'm sure he's going to be after a fight. And I'm sure that whoever is kind of just, waiting in the wings, just peering out from the corner of their eye, they could be gunning for Luke Jacobs. And I'm sure just as much of a surprise it is for the Progress faithful and the audience, it could also be just as much of a surprise for Luke Jacobs, who could be stepping through to challenge him for the championship. We shall see. But let's have a look.
You, is it, Jonas?
Well, Mike, I have got, my body is a temple. I've been down the gym. I've been dieting hard. But if you see the size of Luke Jacobs compared to me, mate, no problem. It will be the shortest match. It wouldn't even last 3 seconds for the referee to do a 3 count. I'd be knocked out within half a second. So no.
Are you hearing this, Luke? Jonas said he can take you on and he's going to take you out. So you better watch out, son. Jonas is coming for you, Luke Jacobs, and unboxing. Right, watch it.
Let's make a note. Edit this out. 28 minutes and 4 seconds. Yeah, so nobody will ever know this ever got said. So
we're live, pal.
Let's talk about this. Unboxing 7, the Curtain Call, Chapter 175, December the 29th, from the Electric Ballroom in London, 3 p.m. Tickets are still on sale, and scrolling along the bottom of the screen now are all the details as far as where you can get your ticket or tickets to unboxing. The most unpredictable show on the British wrestling calendar, possibly the worldwide wrestling calendar, because it is very, very unpredictable. I can't think of another show quite like this, to be honest with you, and that's why you need to be there. But before we talk about what has been announced for Unboxing 7, and maybe a little bit of an exclusive hot off the press, let's bring you some more highlights from unboxing from the past years, Mike. Let's have a look.
Oh no, they're fighting! CCK is imploding on the balcony of the ballroom. His two partners slugging it out as the rest of the teams watch on from below.
This is a tense situation. And
oh god!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh my gosh! No! He's clinging on. Don't do it, Chris! Don't do it! Oh, his ankle is bending. Oh, that's not, ankles aren't supposed to bend that way, Matt.
Oh! I think we all felt that one. felt that one as well, RJ. Tony still manages to block the clothesline attempt.
Uh-oh.
Hooks the leg.
Big trouble for Kaylee Ray.
Leg hook German. Again, something we haven't seen from Tony Storm since a trip over to Japan. And she is using that posterior attack.
Fisherman's. She's got her.
Great bridge by Tony, but only makes a 2 count.
It was madness to the plan of Robinson all along, and now there come the sword.
Oh, God! Kyle Flash. Mondes is on the outside. Oscar! Oh, my God! No. Robinson!
Well, Mike, we've seen some more highlights, some more clips from Progress Wrestling unboxing shows from the last 7 years, and some great highlights there. And we saw a clip there featuring Will Ospreay, one of the very best and finest wrestlers in the world, former Progress Men's World Champion, of course. And he reached out to the show, Mike. He reached out to the show. He said, Johners, put this picture up on screen. I want to surprise everybody for the hype show about my involvement at Unboxing 7, the curtain call, and he's not going to be at Unboxing this year, Mike. That's the big news. That's the big breaking news. Will Ospreay, well, surprise, I suppose.
You never know, Johners. He could be having you on. I've seen him at the Electric Ballroom recently.
Wow, there you go.
You
there you
never
go.
know. Anyone could be
home,
there.
Could be home for Christmas. You could have all these big international stars at home for Christmas, Mike. You know, and that just widens the net, doesn't it? That widens the net as far as who might be there. You mentioned
anybody could be there.
You mentioned Simon Miller, the Christmas elf, and surprised us all a couple of unboxings ago. Or surprised Tate Mayfair's, more to the point. He is Mr. Unboxing. Some may say that he's ready for whatever surprise comes his way. If I'm on the show, well, hopefully you'll be. You're the Pro Tiers champion. Hopefully we'll see you there. And of course, our host, Jerry Bakewell. Unboxing is like any other wrestling show I've been a part of. It's a whole afternoon of surprises. And what makes it special for me is that I get to experience each and every one of them with the Progress fans. This is your life meets Bloodsport. Well, I couldn't have put it better myself, Mr. Bakewell. But there we go. And thank you very much, Will Ospreay, for sending in that exclusive that you won't be there. So, but like I say, he could be having us on. The one thing we can tell you about unboxing now, of course, we haven't got any matches because it's all a surprise, Mike. But as you mentioned at the top of the show, Vikingo will be there December the 29th at Unboxing 7, the curtain call. And Mike, you're definitely excited. We can tell by the look on your face. Now, we did know that Vikingo was meant to be at Vendetta 2 against the Black Swan Cara Noir. That didn't happen, but he will be over in the UK December the 29th, and he will be in the Electric Ballroom. And another reason why you should be getting your ticket or tickets to Unboxing 7, the curtain call. And as Mike rightly mentioned, there will be a Vikingo meet and greet at 1 p.m. that afternoon. So yeah, all the details are going to be on Progress's socials and of course at progresswrestling.com. But Mike, for those that aren't too familiar with Vikingo, we do have a little bit of a highlights package of the man, and this will be his first UK trip, his first trip to the UK. So a massive scoop for Progress Wrestling, and what a get indeed. So let's find out what he's all about. Here we go, Mike. Now, Mike, I'm excited to see the man in the flesh. I've seen what he can do on the TV, but to see him in the flesh, to see how he performs, what he's like, to see those moves that you've seen him do many, many times on the TV, but in the flesh has got to be seen to be believed. And progresswrestling.com/tickets is where you can get your tickets to Unboxing 7. But Mike, this is a special performer that's coming over to the UK for the first time. It's going to be performing in a Progress ring December the 29th at Unboxing. Your thoughts? You must be excited to be a part of this one.
Yeah, really excited. I have obviously watched wrestling for over 30 years, Jonas, and there are athletes that come along every now and again who are something extra special, and this guy is one of them. I was lucky enough to meet him in LA with Commander at WrestleMania 39. Really sound guy, and he has just, absolutely amazing skills technically and acrobatically, of course, and looking forward to seeing some of those moves in action at the ballroom. And it's such an opportunity. If you're a wrestling fan in the UK, this is a show you've got to get along to. You've got to come and meet this guy, because at some stage he is going to be super famous, because he's so good. So it's going to be absolutely epic, and your opportunity to come and meet him, get a photograph with him, get an autograph there, 1 o'clock on the 29th of December. That's the perfect Christmas present for a wrestling fan, that right there. Get yourselves the meet and greet for Vikingo, and we'll see you there. It's going to be exciting times. And, who will he face? Jonas, can't wait to see.
Oh, it's going to be... I've got goosebumps and butterflies all at once thinking about that one for sure. But we do have a little bit of a scoop of our own. We've got a little bit of an exclusive, or certainly at the time of recording this, but an exclusive match, Mike. We like exclusives on the Hype Show, don't we?
Always, Jonas. Love an exclusive. What have you got for us?
Wow. A little bit of a drum roll, please, because there will be a Thunderbastard match at Unboxing 7, the curtain call, December the 29th, from the Electric Ballroom. Now, we've seen many Thunderbastards before, but usually, Mike, a lot of the talent, a lot of the participants are announced ahead of time, in advance. With this being Unboxing, you don't know who's going to step through the curtain. It could be Mr. Blobby. It could be Simon Miller and Tate Mayfair's holding hands, skipping down the ramp. It could be Spike Gervais making his Progress return. Who knows? Who knows, Mike? But there will be a Thunderbastard match at Unboxing December the 29th. It could be anybody. It could be somebody from the crowd, like Rain Leverkusen, for example. It could be me, although it won't be, because I'm not a pro wrestler, Mike. So it won't be me. Or it could be you, because you look very festive there, and I think you'll fit in very well.
It could be me, Jonas. That is true. Who would you, if you could have a Thunderbastard and you could have anybody in it, who would you want to see appear who you've not seen in a Progress ring before?
Let's throw out a couple of names. How about? Well, you mentioned Nathan Angel. He's certainly on the rise. Could it be male and female? Because I'd love to see. Let's see. I'd love to see Emerson Jane step through the curtain. I think she's been absolutely fantastic and on a tear, and I think she'd kick everybody's ass, to be quite honest with you. What about? I'm going to throw out a name here. Not performed for Progress before, but probably one of the fastest rising young stars on the scene. How about Leon Cage? Get him in a Progress ring. That would be pretty exciting.
We saw him in action at, I believe it was a Attack Wrestling, was it, or North Wrestling, when they did the triple show over the AEW weekend. And Leon was absolutely brilliant at that. But there's other people who could appear, John, as anyone could appear. But I'd like to see Joel Redman in a Progress ring. That would be pretty special.
Joel Redman, absolutely,
and we know
one of the best.
What about the Sheik, Jonas? Get the Sheik involved. Middle Eastern millionaire. You never know. Absolutely. And I've heard Dean Olmark is back in the ring now. So, Dino back at Progress would be pretty special.
Yeah. Sticking with female talent, maybe a returning LA Taylor could be part of the Thunderbastard.
Wow.
Hopefully she'll be fully recovered. And, much like Emerson Jane, LA could kick ass all day long and end up the winner of that Thunderbastard. But yes, let's flash up that image one more time. There will be a Thunderbastard match at Unboxing December the 29th. Another reason why you should be getting your ticket to Unboxing 7 along with Vikingo. progresswrestling.com/tickets. And scrolling along the bottom of the screen, you'll see other shows that are available for purchase already on progresswrestling.com. We'll talk about those very, very soon. But some other unboxing memories from Axel, the current reigning Atlas Division champion. At unboxing, anything can happen. Everyone can show up. Unboxing is unpredictable, and I like that because it brings chaos to the show, and I thrive on chaos. Axel certainly thrives on chaos, and there's a blast from the past there, Mike. Ginny, you never know what will happen, and you never know who may return. Unboxing is the one show not to be missed. Ginny's own words there for sure. Yeah, and Ginny's got a rich history with Progress, of course. But unboxing, definitely one not to be missed. We mentioned briefly some of the shows that are available for 2025, with unboxing unfortunately being the last Progress show of 2024. We look ahead, Mike. We look ahead to 2025, and it all starts with GCW comes to London January the 26th from the Electric Ballroom. Get your tickets today for that. And of course, recently announced Chapter 176 for the Love of Progress 3, once again from the Bowlers BEC Arena up in Manchester. Valentine's Day, if I'm not mistaken, February the 14th.
Very romantic of you, Jonas.
Yeah. So for the lovers,
that's part of it for the Love of Wrestling weekender, obviously in Manchester, the 14th, 15th, and 16th, and some massive names just been announced this week for the Love of Wrestling. It's just been mentioned that Sting and Ric Flair will be at For the Love of Wrestling, so that's amazing. And it'd be great to see them having a photograph with Lex Luger as well, a group photo that's available now. So if you're in Manchester for the Love of Wrestling, make sure you're there for the Love of Progress. And of course, other exciting news this week, GCW obviously are going to be in London on January 26th. And just last night, I saw Chris Jericho made an appearance at GCW, getting Matt Cardona and Effie. So, any of those guys could be in the UK on the 26th of January. So exciting times for GCW over there in the States. And they're going to be right here in London with us on the 26th of January. So, loads of exciting stuff coming up, Jonas. But and don't forget, unboxing. Any of those guys can appear at unboxing as well.
Yeah, and My Own Destiny, featuring Meiko Satomura, back in the Electric Ballroom, Sunday the 23rd of February. That's another show you're not going to want to miss. And of course, the dates for Super Strong Style 2025 have already been announced, Mike. It's a 2-day affair again. Sunday the 4th of May, Monday the 5th of May. Tickets are already on sale for individual dates and combo tickets. Back in the Electric Ballroom, Mike, Camden, Super Strong Style 16 2025. Oh, I can't wait. I really can't wait. 2025 is going to be an amazing year. I'm sure you're excited. And of course, Meiko Satomura are coming back to a Progress ring in February.
That'll be amazing. Meiko is an absolutely wonderful person and has helped, train a lot of the girls who we see in the ring at the moment. And, a lovely person. She came to Progress last year and said, this is somewhere I want to wrestle. So, the opportunity's there, and it's going to be an absolute masterclass. And whoever gets to step in the ring with Meiko Satomura, it'll be a huge honor for them. So looking forward to that one. That'll be amazing, Jonas. And as you said, so much to look forward to in 2025. So exciting times.
Absolutely. Well, let us know in the comments what shows you're most looking forward to in 2025. Tell us what you've most enjoyed from Progress Wrestling in 2024. And tell us who you think might be stepping through the curtain for an appearance, for a match at Curtain Call Unboxing 7, December the 29th from the Electric Ballroom in London. Let us know in the comments and show us your love. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, follow button. And don't forget to click on the link in the description to this. We can get your tickets today for all future Progress shows. And more specifically, Unboxing 7, Mike, from the Electric Ballroom. Unboxing 7, the Curtain Call. Progress's final show for 2024. But we're going to leave you with some final unboxing clips from years gone by in a Progress ring. But before we do, Mike, I just want to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thank you so much for being an excellent co-host of the Progress Hype Show, and many, many more of these to come in 2025, my friend.
Brilliant. Yeah, thank you so much, Jonas. I'd like to wish a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all our fans who are watching out there. And, you know, make sure you get to unboxing. You could see, you know, Jerry Bakewell get sharpshooted by Bret the Hitman Hart. You know, Typhoon could go after Simon Miller for the Proteus Championship. Anything could literally happen. You know, Demolition could be there to take on Sanity. You just never know. You've got to be there to see it, because anything can happen at Unboxing Progress Wrestling on the 29th of December. Make sure you're there. And Jonas, thank you and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and happy unboxing.
Crushing that door with the body of Simon Miller.
And again.
What's he doing?
What?
One more for good measure. Oh my gosh.
Breaking that wood over the body of Simon Miller.
To the Mayfair's family.
No,
This is not my fault. He brought him on himself. You know what? Watch this.
Simon!
Watch
Come on,
this.
come on, man.
Watch
Looking
what?
forward to this, Simon.
What's Miller doing?
Oh, Simon, come on now.
Dude. No.
Spear off that stage! Holy shit!
Very shortly, Jushin Thunder Liger. Fletcher with a huge fantasy, drives those forearms into the jaw of Dragunov. A big kick as well. It's almost like Super Liger inspired, that black gear that Fletcher has on. Maybe acknowledging, you know, maybe he has to embrace a darker side of Kyle Fletcher to get it done here. And he certainly has dark intentions for Ilya Dragunov. Fletcher! Rolling cannonball! Off the chair!
FSU Sunshine Machine. This is Progress Tag Team Wrestling at its finest. And a passing of the torch, the shield's handed over.
And this we love to see, Ollie. Mutual respect. As you said, two of the best teams ever.
Sunshine Machine wouldn't be here if it wasn't for FSU.